All right, you guys, it is time. We have the first trailer to Assassin's Creed Shadow. That is the reveal name that Ubisoft had put out yesterday. Honestly, I'm excited for it. There's a lot of issues or controversy going on around this. Not issues, but we'll get off into that afterward. Let's check the video out.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
All I have ever known in my life. Our land. Our customs. My family. Burns in the name of unification.
You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea.
Ooh,
The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed. Power. Vengeance.
ooh. That suit. His gear look clean.
And you? Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond what we see?
And we must look for it together.
Okay.
We must learn to trust, rebuild.
And follow the blade.
Oh my goodness. Please don't copyright me, Ubisoft. Ooh, it's powerful. He got
I said,
powerful
who do you
attacks
serve?
at them.
We are the shadows.
That served the light.
Got him. Hear me out. Ooh, look, there's more. Let's go into that right quick. This might actually be freaking awesome because what's the name of that game that just came out? I bought it. I played like 10 minutes of it and I stopped playing. It was a PlayStation game, something ribbon. I can't think of it. But with that being said, there's actually two characters you are playing with, and you could go back and forth. They're they're brothers and sisters, or brothers and brothers, or sister and sister, whichever one you want to pick, but they're siblings. You go back and forth, and each one of them could possess a certain type of technique or the same technique. But the fact that doing in game could be attacking and you're hurt, the player you're playing with hurt, you could switch over to the other player over at help or crowd control or anything like that. I wonder if that's what they're doing here with this. It's a stretch, but I'm wondering. Up here's more.
With our dual protagonists, we have two fantasy, the samurai and the shinobi. We want the player to experience both, and we cannot squeeze both fantasy into one character because samurai and shinobi came from a different social class. They have different lives, so we cannot really mix them together.
The historical character of Yasuke presented a really exciting opportunity for the narrative team. We approached it in the same way that so much of the work is done in Assassin's Creed, which is really in terms of research and history first. Not a lot is known about him, but what we did know, or we do know, is that he arrived in Japan in 1579, right when our game starts. And that he had relationships with some of the most interesting people in our setting, like Oda Nobunaga, the Portuguese, and Jesuits, which made it very sort of tantalizing and enticing from a narrative perspective to come in and start weaving these facts with story in between.
The more we read about the character, the more he was inspiring for us. He's a foreigner discovering Japan, and we thought it's the perfect fit because he's discovering Japan and you are discovering Japan also.
And on the flip side, we have Naoe, who comes from the province of Iga, which is a remote mountainous area, fiercely independent, known as the birthplace of Shinobi. So they're very contrasting perspectives that really expose a lot of different sides and facets of the era.
When Oda came, he completely destroyed Iga. You have Yasuke and Oda that coming to destroy the Shinobi. So it can kind of create this interesting tension between two characters.
We were able to connect her to the province of Iga and the legendary Igan Shinobi historical figure, Fujibayashi Nagato, who's her father in the game. So we understand why she has the skills that she has and the values that she learns from her father in the people of Iga, which are valor, benevolence, and wisdom. And as a young person still at the start of the game, we get to see now we acquire even more of that wisdom as the story unfolds.
And if you ask anybody, it's super clear that samurai will be combat heavy and a shinobi will be stealth heavy. It creates this distinction right away. Yasuke can fight with all his advantage, his stature, like he's a big guy, he can break door, he can fight multiple enemies, he can break armor. Compared to Naoe, like her character and their outfit, it's really about being stealth, being unseen. She's the only one with the hidden blade, so they have clear advantage that put them into the stealth and the combat, even if they can do a bit of both.
They're a really great pair together because on one side we have Naoe, who's very intense and passionate and determined woman who is very set on her goals. She's kind of got her heart on her sleeve and she'll say what she feels in the heat of the moment. And this intensity that she brings as a shinobi, but that she also brings to her relationship. And this balances very well with Yasuke, who is sort of a thoughtful, level head to Naoe's fiery passion. We really thought about somebody like Yasuke historically who was able to come to Japan and have the life that he did there, to enter service for Oda Nobunaga and achieve all of the things that he did. Like, what kind of person would go through all of this? So our Yasuke is very intelligent, thoughtful, and respectful of this culture that he encounters, and that makes him a very nice sort of counterpart to Naoe. He's a bit mysterious as well, and that's something we get to see unfold as the game progresses.
So there you guys have it. Assassin's Creed Shadows. And honestly, this makes sense. When they did announce the trailer, the reveal trailer, Twitter or X, they were going crazy, right? People was saying like, "Oh, this is crazy because it's a black samurai slash ninja slash whatever the case might be, right?" And but the character is a real character. I'm not about to sit here and act like I know the history behind this because I don't. I'm just learning of this character or this person yesterday. But of course, people jump into conclusion with saying he can't be an assassin because he was more of a brutal attacker, things like that. So he can't be a ninja because he's not Japanese and all this other stuff. It was just crazy how Twitter was taking this information and run. And for once, I wouldn't say it was all about race. I would probably say it was more about the fact that people is looking at the history and then trying to match it up with the game. It's like this is not what it. Yes, I do think race still play a part in it. We're not going to definitely exclude that from the conversation. I don't think the bigger overall picture. But I also felt like people, calm down. It's a video game. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Not saying as a black person, saying and saying whatever, but I'm just saying as a human person that's actually into video games. I get it. But when the game is made and it's somewhat create the history of something, a world event that have happened, they turn it into a video game. Expect for it to follow it, you know, step by step, foot by foot, tier by tier, how the real world event played out in the video game. So I get that, but I also feel like people jump the gun too quick. I feel like people sometimes calm down and take a step back. Just see how it unfolds, right? People was ready to boycott this game, bomb review it, thumbs down, any and everything, and I thought that was crazy because Assassin's Creed is a big name. This is Ubisoft baby, right? So I just felt like it was getting out of control. It was spiraling out of control way too quick in a 24 hours period. But I just think this is a perfect idea. Like I said, the ribbon is it ribbon something? I got the game over here. I just don't want to get up, which I need to play. But I feel like the game that I'll post it somewhere. But I do feel like the game that have PlayStation, it was different. Because like I said, you have two characters switch from. And seeing this backstory, they were saying he's a heavy attacker, brutal, she's stealth, quick, sneaky. So it plays out. It's all about your plan style here. I'm excited for this. What did I say? November 15th? There it is, baby. November 15th. That's where we're gonna be at. We're gonna be on the channel. How we do it. 9 times out of 10, if we react to it on the channel, we're live streaming, drop videos on it, whatever the case might be. So I gotta excuse me, I'm trying to get over this cold. Much love to you guys. Thank you for checking out the video as normal and as usual. And listen, let's start the conversation. I don't want to argue when I'm saying the, you know, some BS to some people. Some people might BS to other people, but I want to start the conversation, the argument, conversation. End of the day, we're game. Want to see games thrive and be successful. So let's talk about it in the comments. And yeah, much love to everybody, man. And I'll let y'all be safe out there and peace out.